You know, I'm a pop star, so if I want to flip my hair, it's hairography. Hi, welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be showing you how I did this Y2K pop star inspired look in hopes of maybe giving you a little lifestyle inspo if you're really loving that Y2K look. I really have. So let's get into the look. I talk about how I do my base. I talk about the eyeshadow and specifically the lips. The concealer lips are pretty much a prerequisite. So anyway, I'm so excited. I'll show you the whole look. Also, before I forget, speaking of Y2K pop stars, today is the day that Britney Spears drops her tell-all memoir. I'm excited to read the book. Let me know if you're going to read the book. If you don't care, that's fine. Here's the look. We're going for the likes of Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, but in this case, brunette. I have my hair kind of blown out wild. Most Y2K pop stars were usually blonde. Yeah, brunettes. So what a travesty. But being a brunette, all that, I think I would go more like, in my mind, I think Mariah Carey and J-Lo, but they were also like grown-ups. I'm also thinking of like JoJo. You know, it's just a little too late. Okay, let me not sing. Okay. Maybe I'm like a singer-songwriter pop star with my belly out. So you can't see right now, but I'm wearing this like little tie top, super cute, and my pants are so freaking cute. They're like low rise. Maybe I'll show you a picture. Anyway, let's get into the makeup. So I'm thinking of doing like simple base, maybe a smudgy eye, and then nude lips, concealer lips with like some sort of gloss. I'm excited. You're gonna be seeing how this unfolds with me. I haven't filmed in a long time, so bear with me. Let's get into the makeup. Right now, my face is super moisturized. I'm using the Ordinary Squalane from my project pan, so check me out. For foundation, I'm going to use the Revlon Illuminance Skin Caring Foundation with 5% squalane and hyaluronic acid. So my face is gonna look real nice. I'm going to mix 105 and 117. We'll see how it goes. My face is most likely not going to match my neck, my chest, my face. It's probably gonna be super off, but we're just going to roll with it. So, mixing that up. I haven't used this foundation in a minute. I plan on talking more about it in another video. We'll see. A lot of things have been going on, so my October has been super busy. But, so yeah, I'm excited. I pulled out a bunch of fun products that I want to continue to use and see how they turn out. Like, everyone I've been seeing use this says to use their fingers. So let's see how that goes. I'm not getting a ton of coverage, which I'm not mad about. And that may be due to how moisturized my base is. You'll have to bear with me with a lot of hair flipping. But you know, I'm a pop star, so if I want to flip my hair, it's hairography. I would like more coverage on the cheeks, but I think I'll do that by using concealer. So rather than caking on a ton of foundation, I'm going to use the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Dark Spots Corrector Serum. So far I've been liking it, so I'm going to dot it on the majority of my blemishes / just where all my redness is. Even though this is a corrector shade, so it's pink, it's kind of like peachy. And most of my blemishes are red. I'm still gonna do it. The main point here is to just buff it out with, I'm going to use the included brush. Now on my chin and my cheek on this side, I'm just going to swipe a little bit There's not as many blemishes, but just redness. Feeling pretty good about that. Now for shaping and contouring the face, I'm going to highlight and kind of lift spots that I want more lifted, I guess. I'm going to use the Neutrogena Radiant Cream Concealer in Ivory Light. I'm almost done with this. I can't believe it. I really like the thin texture of this. It's a little bit drier. Now blending. I guess this is just more of a tutorial. We've evened out the complexion. Now we're going to add shadow by contouring and bronzing. First, I'm going to use the Nars Laguna Bronzing Cream. And the shade I'm using today, the only shade I have, but the shade I'm using is Laguna 01. It's all stabbed because I've been using a duo fiber brush. I talk about this more in my travel makeup bag for Salt Lake City. I've really been enjoying using this, so what I'll do is I'll sweep a little bit on, and so I've stuck it a bunch. Now I'm going to kind of create more of the shape that I want, and this is bronzing, so it's going to blend up and out, and it's not, I wouldn't say very cool toned. And now I'm going to make myself some more jawline. Okay. Because remember that, well, since the beginning of time, everything's been, well, remember the early 2000s were very fat phobic. So I'm going to bronze my chin away, I guess. Like the dark side of the early 2000s. Honestly, every era is like, has been at least a little bit fatphobic. So now I'm blending this in with my sponge, and I'm blending up over my cheeks. And I know I just highlighted it, but so what? Okay, so blending up. And then around the forehead, and I'm blending this also up. Hopefully my hairline doesn't usually look gray when I do this, but there is the possibility of that. Okay. So I kind of swept up to erase a little bit of the bronzer there, and now my chin stir up. Now for my jaw and chin. In this case, I'm like not blending super down, but more into place, because if you're not careful, this can look like a beard. And you know, work with what you got. I mean, I'm currently trying to, I haven't shaved my face in a bit, so it's been okay. So it looks kind of atrocious. I did quite a lot, and so to ameliorate that, why am I like that? To ameliorate that, I'm going to use some more foundation, just because it's not too bad, so I don't want to go again with concealer. You know, mistakes happen. It's more about how we bounce back. It's like a little too light, but like hopefully it's fine, since we're gonna mostly apply it to the places where we highlighted anyway. Okay. So just the illusion of shadow. I definitely put too much on my chin. I would advise against, proceed with caution. Or use like a slightly less pigmented product. But it's still, see how nicely it's blending out? I've never used this and not been able to turn back or work with it. Okay, we're looking very sculpted, and even if I look very bronzy, that's okay, because the early 2000s were very focused on tanning, very bronzy era. I'm going to set my face with the number 7 Lift and Luminate powder, my favorite powder. This is pre-reformulation. I have not yet tried out the new version of it, but I was definitely upset when they took it off, or when they were kind of discontinuing or pausing the sale to reformulate it. And I'm not sure exactly why they reformulated it, but reformulations are the time that just remind you, like, they just remind you that you never know what you had until you lost it. Or you never know what you have until you lose it. Okay. So, blurred. Perfect. Now I'm also going to use the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder in the shade Sugar Cookie. Going out for Halloween means going to be out and about, possibly sweating. We're probably going to be, at least I know I'm going to be both like cold out here in the Midwest, but I'm also probably going to be sweating because I'm going to be wearing my coat inside somewhere. I don't feel that I'm going to need very much of this, so I'm going to use a diffuse brush. Tap in, tap off, and first go on my T-zone where I'm most oily. I got this last year at the end of the year from Sephora, and I haven't used it a ton since. I haven't used very many loose powders. This year has been super busy, so with a ton of the travel that I've been doing, been able to take a loose powder with me, but every time I use it, I think it looks really nice. But I think I need to have some more bonding time with it. So nice and matte. So since a bunch of the color I just put on my face is gone, and also we're still looking a little bit more two-dimensional, and so let's add some third dimension by putting on some bronzer and blush. So in this case, I'm using the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Bronze It Bronzer. I love this bronzer. I love this bronzer. Blurring texture, has a little, even though it has a slight shimmer, but it's more of a satin finish. It has this beautiful satin finish. It's softly blurring on the skin. It has a more neutral undertone that can appear almost leaning red, but nothing too strong. And it just looks effortlessly beautiful every time I wear it. And honestly, this whole situation just feels so, like the packaging of it, the embossing feels so luxurious. It is a little bit more expensive at the drugstore, but I highly, highly recommend this. Now let's do a little blush. I have a few options today. Lately, I've been wearing Benefit Dandelion. It's this really light baby pink, super light. Honestly, it doesn't look like almost anything at all, I use a dense brush and it sort of appears, which I've been liking that look. I've been liking that non-existent makeup look. So, but I think in this case, we're going to need a little bit more power, a little bit more pigment, a little bit more punch. So I brought out the Buxom Wanderlust blushes in the shade Seychelles and Havana. I'm going to mix these two, put them on my cheeks. I feel that these can go on a little bit pigmented, but they don't last forever, but I do think the look of them is just so perfect, and I really love these colors. So I mixed, tapping off. I'm a little scared, okay? And like, this is the era where you would like smile and put your blush on your cheeks. But I don't know that I like fully, well, do I want to do that? Let me just repeat what I just did on the other side. Oh. Oh my gosh. What did I just do? Okay. In the studio lights, it just looks... Okay. I'm telling myself it doesn't look that bad, but we're experimenting. We're having some makeup playtime. So let me just soften that with my beauty blender. We're back to life. We're back to reality. That's cute. That's fun. I want to go more. So I'm going to add the MAC Mineralize Skin Finish in the shade Stereo Rose. I just picked this up on the secondhand market, aka Mercari, and so far I'm really happy with it. It is a little bit different from what I was anticipating, but that's due to the marbling of the mineralized skin finishes, so they can look different depending on how the formula ended up pouring in your component. It's so pretty. Okay, so this is also like pigmented, so I'm going to use this e.l.f. highlighting brush. I'm trying to see if I can get more of the like soft pink up here, and then just sweeping that over. Honestly, I feel like the Y2K era was like a lot of peaches and oranges, and not like, there was a lot of pink, but it wasn't the pink that we see with Barbie pink. It was more coral, in my opinion. What do you think? Like, when I say Y2K, what do you think? I want to know. Loving that. It probably doesn't look any different, but to me it does. Pretty much my base is done unless I decide to change something. Now let's move on to the brows. I just noticed how crusty my lips were looking, so I scrubbed them off with a washcloth and applied some Laneige Lip Glowy Balm. So I'm going to brush through them with a spoolie. The early 2000s, and honestly pretty much all the way up until 2012, or maybe it started tapering off in like 2014. Thin brows were pretty much everything, or thinner brows. They weren't as thin as the 90s, but they definitely wanted to be very thin. I'm going kind of rounded, not too far off from my natural shape. So as I brush them up, and now I'm going to brush the hairs down. And then just kind of brush over to the side, the hairs in the natural direction that they are headed in. Okay. I both like love and hate my brows. Okay. If this was 2008, I'm sure that all of these little hairs would go. Mostly on this side, but then like on this side. But honestly, I'm just gonna let them be and really rock that super natural look. Because honestly, I would rather shave my brow than tweeze them because I want them to come back. I've been liking, they're not super bushy naturally. Anyway, enough about my brows. Let's just get to the action. To set them into place, I'm using the LA Girl Set It Clear Brow Gel. This is up there. Oh no, it's dry. Okay. Well, let me see if I can work any product out of it. Okay, there is like barely anything, so I'll just have to go over it again. I love the tiny spoolie. The formula is fantastic, dries clear, highly recommend. The other brow gel I have here is the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. So going over that again. So really soft. This is honestly like looking very girl next door. So we've got most of the shape down. I am going to fill them in with this L'Oreal Brow Stylist Boost and Set. It has the tiniest little applicator, so I'm mostly going to tap it on to get some color. I had to push a couple hairs into place. I'm going to say this is it for brows. Are not super thin and solid like they might have most likely have been in the early 2000s, but I think this is a good middle ground between 2023 brows and 2003 brows. Applying eye primer. Look at how serious that pan looks. I'm definitely going to end the year with this. I think I've had this for like 2 years now. Now that my brows are set, I'm going to use the CoverGirl Clean Color eyeshadow palette. They're little quads in the colorway Classic Smoky. This is what it looks like. I'm going to use this smaller shadow brush. It's not too dense, not too diffuse. And I'm going to brush this. I'm going to brush this lightest champagne color all over the eye. I really have enjoyed this palette this year for super quick looks. So I'm going for a very rounded shape here in the beginning. My eyes out. My eye shape is a little bit rounder. So here with just that all over the lid, I could totally stop it here. And I think this looks really sweet. I am going to add more. I'm going to add some depth, going to add some smoke. So I'm going to use this BH brush from way back when. I'm going to use this tiny detail brush, flat detail brush, and I'm going to smudge this along my lash line, and I'm going to use this second color right here. I'm not going too far in because honestly, I don't always like that look on me, but who knows, like it might get there, but I'm trying to focus most of it towards the end. We can definitely go a little deeper, so I'm going to go back to that smaller shadow brush, medium size shadow brush, and use some more of the brown and that darker brown, and just go on the outer corner. So if you have a hard time like myself trying to get the shape right, try to go out in instead of in out, and try to see if you can do like a diagonal in the bottom of the brow towards the middle of the eye. I don't know. Does it ever look perfect? I think not, but I think it'll still look really cute. And this is just all shimmers, so no mattes here today. Every time I do a sort of sharp look on the outer eye, I'm not a huge fan of it. I don't really know why. I just feel like my face doesn't lend to it. So I'm just gonna, using a dry brush with no eyeshadow, I'm just gonna kind of like buff that back out into like a more rounded shape. But see, we're still getting that dimension. We're still having the depth from the outside. I think I'm gonna stop here. I really want to add some like brown liner, but it just can get so out of hand. First, let's do lip gloss and then we'll go from there. For the lips, I have a few options. I'm going to dab off my Laneige lip balm, and I'll use the LA Girl Perfect Precision lip liner. I really enjoy these LA Girl lip liners. And I'm just gonna go over my entire lip. I'm not gonna do anything too precise. And this isn't gonna be super pale until the next part. This is looking kind of orange on camera. Does it look orange to you? I kind of don't like that. We're gonna ixnay on that, but we're gonna try out this very frosty lip. So I love Revlon Super Lustrous lipsticks, and we're going to use Skyline Pink. My lips are, let me scrub my lips a little bit more because they're coming across crusty. Okay, anyway, on with the lipstick. And the more you swipe it on, the more it builds up. It appears very sheer at first. So you can still see my lip color underneath. What do you think? Let me get a good look. I feel like I look ridiculous. Oh my gosh. Hate that. Okay. So let's improve this. I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills lipstick in Haze and put that on top. If you are around Maybelline 112 in the Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation, then this is a very concealer lip nude for you. Okay, this looks slightly better. I know what's throwing it off. It's the fact that I have no mascara on. Let's just go in. So I'm using the L'Oreal Telescopic Lift. And then on top of that, I'm going to use the Maybelline Surreal Mascara, the Falsies Surreal Mascara. I love the separation of the L'Oreal Telescopic, and then with this I enjoy the volumizing, and also this is a little bit more difficult to remove since the telescopic mascara does smudge. I wouldn't say it's waterproof, but it's difficult to remove even if it is not waterproof. I'm kind of feeling the look. I think it's really cute. I'm going to take off my headband so we can see more of the look just like this. I'm feeling it. I feel very cute. I have a few lip glosses that I want to use on top. You see this now. Very va-va-voom. Now I'm going to apply MAC lip gloss in see-through. Again, my lips are so crusty, but you know what? We didn't have the same hydration culture back then, so it's like period accurate. Y'all, I both love it and hate it. I'm feeling it. And then I was chatting with one of my faves, so thank you so much, LPS Mochi. Love you. So this is for you. I'm applying the Buxom lip gloss in the shade Aphrodite. It's this creamy metallic, like white beige with blue shimmers. I've never worn this on camera, so I'm excited to show y'all. It looks gray. This is discontinued. There's so many discontinued products, but I know that LPS Mochi said that Milani came out with like a bluish lip gloss, I think. I don't know. I'll have to see if I can find a picture of it and pop it on the screen. We're cute. We're so cute. Let me put on some accessories and I'll zoom you out a little bit. Here we have the final makeup look. I really like it. And then I totally remember like seeing all these like albums of people. I'm also thinking like Shakira. Obviously I'm not Shakira, but I freaking wish. Okay, it's like kind of like a little bit wild in the front, but then like tuck some of it behind your ears and then have the rest out. Okay, but no headband. Okay. Hello, how's it going? What's up? I love it. I think it's so cute. Hopefully the lighting is like translating it. Yeah. What's up? I have a concert to go to, so let me apply some perfume really quick. I can't decide between Paris Hilton Heiress or David Off Cool Water. I think I'm going in a cool water direction. Just really fresh. So I'm applying on my wrists, which are a warmth point. So when you hug someone, you're gonna wrap them in a scent. Also gonna apply it behind my neck. And then since I am wearing a belly exposing top, I'm gonna apply this on my back, so that way it'll leave a trail when I walk past. But usually I would apply this like behind the knees, because usually I don't have my belly out. So yeah, this is the look. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. The patience y'all have had is truly amazing. I have missed y'all. Anyway, yeah, I just love you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Let me also show you these pants. So yeah, this is the outfit. Top from Fashion Nova. Bottoms, my mom thrifted them. They're like the Glow brand. The shoes also thrifted, Sam Edelman. And the necklace is a gift from my bestie, Shelby. Thank you, Shelby. And then these cute little earrings, which I honestly don't know where I got them from, but I've got Beautiful Liar like stuck in my head right now.